Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to the secluded corner of the patch. The moon is high, and the shadows are deep, and before you lie yourselves down in your beds and close your eyes for the night, I invite you all to gather around the campfire for tonight's tale. Nestled deep within a dense forest in the bayou, there was a small town named Blackwood. In Blackwood there lived a tale that sent shivers down the spines of the locals. It was a story whispered around campfires and told in hushed tones, for it spoke of a dreaded creature known as the Rougarou. Legend had it that the Rougarou was once human, a human consumed by an insatiable hunger that drove him to commit unspeakable acts. As punishment for his gluttonous ways, the gods cursed him, transforming him into a monstrous creature that resembled a hideous amalgamation of man and beast. Every year, on a moonless night in the heart of autumn, the townsfolk would gather in fear. They would lock their doors, they would shutter their windows, and they would pray that the Rougarou would pass their homes by. But not everyone was fortunate enough to escape the wrath of the Rougarou. On one such night, a young woman found herself alone in her cottage on the bayou. Her parents had ventured into a neighboring town, leaving her to tend to their home by herself. Although she had been warned of the Rougarou's arrival, she felt a sense of invincibility that comes with youth, dismissing it as nothing more than an old wives' tale. As darkness cloaked the town, an eerie silence fell upon the streets. The girl, feeling a chill down her spine, attempted to shake off her unease. She lit a candle and wrapped herself in a cozy blanket, hoping to find comfort in the warmth and light. But then suddenly, a low growl resonated from outside. The sound seemed to penetrate the very walls of the cottage, freezing her in place. The girl's heart pounded in her chest as heavy footsteps drew closer and closer. Terrified, she scrambled to barricade the door, desperately piling whatever furniture she could find against it. But her feeble efforts were in vain, for with an otherworldly force the door burst open, splintering against the weight of the Rougarou. The girl's eyes widened in horror as the creature loomed before her. Its elongated limbs, tipped with razor-sharp claws, scraped against the floor. Its eyes, glowing a sickly yellow, bore into her soul, and its snarling, twisted face was a horrifying testament to the curse that had befallen it. The Rougarou lunged, its fangs dripping with saliva. The girl screamed, her voice swallowed by the darkness. She dodged and she weaved, desperately trying to escape the clutches of the Rougarou, but the creature was relentless in its pursuit. Just as all hope seemed lost, a sudden burst of bravery surged within the girl. She remembered an old tale of an herb that possessed the power to repel the Rougarou. With renewed determination, she reached for a jar of dried herbs, flinging the contents at the creature. The Rougarou recoiled, its monstrous form writhing in agony. It let out a blood-curdling howl that shook the very foundations of the cottage. As the herbs enveloped the air, the curse that held the creature began to weaken. The Rougarou retreated into the night, disappearing into the darkness from whence it came. The girl was shaken, but alive, and she slumped down in the darkened cottage. While she would rarely speak of the encounter herself, she vowed that she would never again underestimate the ancient tales. From that night forward, the people of Blackwood paid homage to the girl's bravery. They shared her story, ensuring that the legend of the Rougarou would be remembered, not as a mere cautionary tale, but also as a testament to the strength of a young woman in the face of unimaginable terror. And that concludes our story for the night. I do hope that you've enjoyed your time here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you'd enjoyed tonight's story, or you have any requests for subjects of a future story, please comment down below. Now, if you'll excuse me, the night is still young, and there are oh so many things to discover. Sweet dreams.